Welcome to Beaver Stadium, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, where the largest crowds in college football assemble here. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to get us going here. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Spinning out of the tackle. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. That's good for a first down near the 40.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. They'll try to run for the first down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Finds his man, has the first down. Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks for the first down.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down, we're going to throw it. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
On third and short, the offensive coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here. They're just not able to hit it.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Got space, looking to score. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Martin. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Let's it fly out of the wideout. It's caught downfield. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And the Nittany Lions looking to crank up the tempo a bit. To the air, it's Smith. The pocket breaking down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He lets it go on the move. He makes the grab. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. There's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. The Nittany Lions will line up on 1st and 10.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area. Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades. Going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson. And Miles Sanders more recently, and of course Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on of great Penn State running backs. I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
1st and 10 play coming up. They'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Offense in hurry-up mode. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
On the ground, it's Smith. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
1st and goal now, a chance to get level after allowing the opening touchdown. Trying the run, it's Martin. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They slow the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, it puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that previous play. The back's got it. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. Can he get there on the ground? Fights through a tackle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's a wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Knowles. No chance to catch him.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take off. Important second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Smith. Buying time now. Rolling to his left. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down here for this offense. Here's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The pickup is 6 yards. It's 3rd down and 4 now. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Fights through the tackler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Nittany Lions come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. And he throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up 3rd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a 4th down decision coming up. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. And the Nittany Lions will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. A running play called on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
That run moves the ball to the 13-yard line. One more play before they head to the locker room. Give it to the back again. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Breaking tackles. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick this away to start the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Trying to extend the play. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looking to throw. It's Smith. He's moving out of the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but nobody open. So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. Offense is going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
He pulls it in for a big gain.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone.
But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Got a lane. Can he get in? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. And they'll set up now for the extra point try.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. And on the carry, he's heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. Gets into space at the 50. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a first and goal from the 10.
I don't blame the quarterback here. You get to third down with the catch radius that this tight end has, give it to him every single time. Now it's first and goal.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Touchdown, Seminoles. And it puts them on top in the second half.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Going after, knocked right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. And he's tackled at the 30, so a good choice to bring it out of the end zone. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the sophomore making an impact play. The Nittany Lions hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Across midfield. At the 30 now. Crosses the 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Florida State.
Chris, how about the safety here? Just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback. And then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception. And I love that he's got the speed and the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Bringing it out. It's Martin. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking downfield. It's Smith. Pass is caught. Breaking free at the 35. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. First down. Looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 28, Penn State 14.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looking for some space. It's Martin. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. He'll hand it off. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
They're going to run it here. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over in really good field position, working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout punch.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Off play action. He's looking to throw. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
They moved the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Finally tackled out at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He's got it for a big gain. Stopped quickly after the catch, but it's 1st and goal now at the 7. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a 1-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
And the point after gets him within a touchdown, 28-21. Getting set to kick the ball off now. This one will be fair caught. the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 10. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Noles.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
This is a squib kick, picked up by one of the up men. They get him down, but he found a good lane in that return. And so the drive starts with pretty decent field position.
Lions will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. On the run, he'll let it go. And he pulls in the catch. Beside them at the 23, this offense is getting close to the red zone.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Will he score here? And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. So here we go. 4th quarter. Cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. It's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
The extra point is good. Cuts it to a 7-point game, 35-28. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so they have to run a couple of plays here. Quarterback's got it on the option. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and its running back and just keep working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they'll use the ground game here. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here comes a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back. Oh, nice Nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Quick completion to the tight end. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coached team, who's going to execute better, and just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.